kind of a funny story how I got started. People always think my father got me started in this, and my father was one of my biggest supporters. But who really got me started was my mother. My mother was a school librarian, and at 14 years of age, she used to bring me home books about Treasure Island and things like that. And as a 14-year-old kid, like every 14-year-old kid, I wanted to go out and find a buried pirate's treasure or a shipwreck. And I basically researched one of our local areas and found that the shipwreck coins do come ashore there. And after a year and 2 months of searching, I found my first coin. And it kind of ruined my life, because when I picked it up, I realized I was the first person to touch that in 290 years. Yeah. So I wanted to know more about the wreck and where did it come from and what happened on that wreck. And then I always tell people I changed from boyhood to manhood at 14, because I took all my lead soldiers, melted them down, made my own dive weights, stole my brothers and sisters' bicycle tires and cut the inner tubes out, made my own gaskets, and took a 5-gallon metal paint can and brazed a glass panel in it, and built a raft and coaxed one of my friends to go out in the ocean with me on this raft. And while I went down, he was pumping me air with a tire pump. And it worked great. It worked great until I got to 33 and a half feet. And as I said, I knew nothing about diving at the time. So when I got to 32 and a half feet, the pressures changed, the atmosphere changed, and it imploded the glass panel in my face and cut my face all up. So I had to go home to my mother and tell her what I had done. And so finally, you know, it was determined if I was going to do this, I had to learn the proper ways to do it. So for my 15th birthday, I got dive lessons. So, and I've been diving ever since. So I mean, it kind of started as a hobby, became an obsession, and now it's my career. I mean, so that's really cool. It's you know, the neat part about this is it never gets old, because you're learning and finding new things all the time. I've got pieces that I found 20 years ago that I'm still learning new things about, because as technologies become better and, you know, research materials become more available, we're able to interpret the things we're finding.